Hey there, my name's Euphrates, and I'm an expert fitter and tight lacer at Dark Garden Unique Corsetry. I'm here with a vlog on how to show you how to lace yourself into your corset. Now, this is a subject that I find myself tutoring people on how to do pretty much every day that I work here, so I just thought it would be nice to have a little instructional video on how to do it for yourself. It's really not that hard. Once you get the hang of it, you can do it yourself pretty much no problem. It just takes a little bit of practice, and you'll find that you can do it fairly easily. So, first things first, this is my corset. It was made by Dark Garden. It has customized fabric. It has wool striped front and the front. Silk satin duchess on the side, if you can see that. And leather bone casings and bindings. It's a ready-to-wear pattern and a size 20 waist. And I love it a lot. It's really, really great to have a basic black corset. Also, as you might notice, I am wearing Felix the Cat pants, which is really cool. Okay, this is the back panel. It's a boned piece of fabric that acts as a modesty panel or back panel to make the garment look complete all the way around. However, for the purpose of this tutorial, I will not be using it so that you can see the laces against my fairly light outfit, which I did not plan specifically for this tutorial, by the way. I just thought it was time. Anyway, so first things first, put the corset around your body. Now, you can close the busk by hooking one of the busk buttons. It doesn't really matter if you start top or bottom, it's your preference. And now you can bend the busk to get all the other buttons. Again, you clip one of the busk buttons and then bend the busk to get all the other buttons. So they're all clipped in. And now you center the corset to be on the right place of your body. And the right place is so that the smallest part of the corset is on the smallest part of your body. It's all lined up, centered. Okay? Now you turn around and find the middle loops. The middle loops, if it's all the way loosened like this, if you find the ribbons that go up and down between the corset, or the up and down between the grommets here, if you pull on those, that will become a loop or a finger pull. See that? And on the other side as well, if I look for the ribbon that goes up and down between the grommets, the rest go across. That becomes a finger pull. The ribbons don't come out. So now I pull on that, and that starts to tighten the corset. So as I'm tightening, I make sure the corset is where I want it to be on my body, that this sits nicely on my hips, my ribs are nice and cupped. Okay. Now I'm treating the screen like a mirror. Get my clothes or my back panel. Okay. So now I go down to the bottom and I find an X and I pull the center of an X gently, more gently than that. And I pull. And I work the slack up. So I pull an X and then I pull out. Where the ribbon comes out from the grommet, you can pull that to tighten the bottom. Pull the next X at the center. Pull the ribbon from where it comes out of the grommet. Pull the ribbon from where it comes out of the grommet to keep tightening that slack. And now when you've got it up towards the center, pull the top of the loop to tighten the bottom of the corset. Here's the center loop. Pull the top half of the loop to tighten the bottom of the corset, like that. Okay, now at the top, find the center of an X and pull where the ribbon comes out of a grommet. You can use one hand to hold that out of the way as you find another X right at the center. Pull the ribbon where it comes out of a grommet. Use one hand to hold it away. Find another X right at the center and pull from where the ribbon comes out of the grommet. Hold that out of the way. And now when you get down to the middle, the bottom half of the loop tightens the top of the corset. Like that. So now, usually what you'll do is a first tighten and a second refining tighten to get it to the tightness that you really want. You want to tighten until there's no more gapping at the hips or the ribs, and until it's nice and comfortable. I'm used to wearing my corset with a back panel, so this is a little different for me. And you also want to tighten until there's no more bubbling in the bones. And what I mean by bubbling is if the corset bones were really wavy in a profile view, you would want to correct that. Alright, that's good enough for now. Probably wouldn't go outside in it, but for the purposes of this, it's okay. And now, when you're ready to tie off, just tie it like a shoelace. And you can separate the bow at the knot. And you can either tuck the bow at the bottom here, or if you're wearing a vest or a shrug, you can tuck it up top. And what that does, so you can wear your vest, and still just see the nice laces. Okay, so I showed you how to lace up the corset very slow so you could see how to do it, but what I want to show you now is how quickly you can get in and out of your corset if when the corset's broken in to your body. Okay, so I've been wearing this corset for a long time now, so it's pretty much broken in to my body.
So I don't really need to go through all of the steps to put it on. Pretty much just pull the middle, do a couple pulls there, and it's good.
So, as you can see, once you get used to it, it's not as labor as intensive as one might think. Okay, so one trick for getting out of your corset is when you actually tie the bow
To get into your corset, tie the bow loops shorter than the regular loops, than the remaining loops. That way, when you go to untie, you know which ones to pull to set yourself free, and so you don't get tangled. So now, to delace yourself, right where the middle loops are, you have a couple X's that are crossed over each other, right here. You want to pull those out all the way, and that evenly distributes the slack between the two halves of the corset. Now you want to pull on each X one at a time in order, leaving an equal amount of slack to each X. Okay, that was the top. Now the bottom. Pull on each X one at a time, leaving an equal amount of slack. And you always want to remove or loosen the laces. Don't remove them. You always want to loosen the laces before unhooking the busk. The busk is very strong when the tension is evenly applied across it, but if you try to use this as emergency escape, it puts all the pressure on just one or two of the buttons, and that runs the risk of damaging the buttons or the busk, bending it, making one of the buttons pop off. And as the busk is integral to the construction of the corset, it's very, very difficult to fix, and you want to protect your lovely investments, these beautiful corsets. Okay, so another trick is if you do have a freestanding back panel, such as this one, you can put your corset on a bed or a couch, such as that. Put the back panel on the bed. Sit on the edge of the bed. And put corset around your body. And ta-da! The back panel is in place under the laces. Okay, hook the busk. Make sure the back panel is straight. Again, find the laces. And pull those middle loops. So just make sure everything is nice and centered as you go. Just pulling those X's right in the middle. You can tighten one side and then tighten the other if you want to have exactly the amount of control over what you're doing. Pull the ribbons from where they come out of the grommets. You can hold each side of the X like this with your fingers. Let them go one at a time. And again to tie, you just tie like a shoelace. Separate the bow, the knot, tuck it in either above or below. And tucking it in, by the way, not only makes it look nice and neat, but also prevents you from getting stuck on any door handles and having your corset become unlaced while you're walking around, which is kind of nice. Safety first, don't want anyone to trip. Alright, now I am dressed and ready for work. Thanks for watching. I hope this helped. And yeah, happy corseting. Thank you.